I know some of you joined me this morning, and then you were able to join us in the panels that happened right here in this room, and as well as the roundtables. I hope it was interesting. I heard great feedback in the last hour during lunch, and I want to thank our team for putting it together. Ohad Schindler, if he's in this room, maybe still gathering a few stragglers, but thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here today. It's really a culmination of a lot of work. With that being said, my name is Cody Norton. I'm the co-founder of Ignite the Spark. The reason I'm shushing is because we do have a live broadcast to all our online audience, so thank you very much for joining us. And what a week that's been happening. We started off at Bar Ilan yesterday, we had Power Connect, now we're here for a full day. It's really wonderful that all of you are joining us. And I always go over the house rules just as I did this morning, and so let's take this into account. We have our great hosts here at Herzog Fox Niemann, and so thank you. You'll hear from them in just a moment. And like I mentioned, this is a broadcast, so this is a quiet room. If you want to network, please do not do it like everyone else is doing outside that's still enjoying their food. You can make your way down to the first floor, and then you'll be able to network there. The rest of the time, we're going to be going from 12:30 all the way till about 4:30, a little after 4. So get comfortable, make sure you're hydrated. If you need the restroom, please be quiet on your way out. And with that, we're going to begin. Who's excited? Come on, I know I'm the cheerleader at every event, but you're the reason, the community that makes this happen. So what better way to kick off than with one house rule that I did forget, and I apologize. I got too excited in my cheerleading. One house rule that we do definitely have to remember, and it's unfortunate that we do, that I have to mention every time, is if there's azaka, if we do get the advanced warning, what you'll be doing today is you'll make your way out these doors right here that you entered. The restrooms are just down the hall. You'll continue and you'll go into that area and you'll have continuous directions on your way there from the Herzog team as well as the Ignite team. The Ignite team that's here, you could raise your hand and maybe stand up so we could see the shirts. It's going to be a white shirt with our logo on it and on the back as well, so you'll be able to find them. Now who's excited with that last one? There we go. Now we're all taken care of. Happy to hear that. So I started introducing him, and maybe he needs even more round of applause, and definitely from me. It's our CEO of Ignite the Spark, Sean Dana, and he's going to be going over a little bit about what Ignite the Spark is, what we do, and what to expect from these days. Sean?
All right. So hello, everyone. It's a real pleasure to welcome you all to our main event as part of the Energy Tech Week, the second one. It's pretty exciting, full house, and I hope you all hear me well right now. This week is something that we were really discussing on. It's a truly honor to be with you today, but we can't really forget, and the moment carries a special weight. In the second year of war that we are facing with so many challenges and difficult times, our nation is facing at the moment. And last year, when we were considering either to do it, how to do it, it was something with a lot of uncertainties, and we felt it's impossible because it's really disconnected for what's going on. And speaking about energy innovations feels just a bit different. Today, this year, it felt like we couldn't make this event, and we couldn't not to make it because we have to build here, and what we're building here as part of this week is completely a week full of energy and full of innovation, continue the resilience and stability of the ecosystem. We're keeping to build, we're keeping to look to the future, even if the present is hard to carry at the moment. In that spirit, we started this morning with 6 roundtables and a Build Back Better session. We have 2 more roundtable session close One is focusing on the Israel electricity market and one about climate tech investors. So for those that are interested in those topics, please make sure register and you are inside of there. And I've already heard that a lot of good feedbacks about the session this morning today. And we had also a Build Back Better project. It's an initiative that Ignite is working, aiming to accumulate our vision to support the journey of the future and building back using the energy tech ecosystem and the power of that. Building this week and having a non-profit organization dedicated with this goal to develop a community of more than 6,000 members, more than 300 startups, requires a lot of efforts. Just a bit after the last Energy Tech Week, we thought and we went to a new journey, a journey of finding the new superiors, the new team members that will be part of Ignite the Spark team. It was a long search and it took a while. But I can proudly say that today we have an amazing team that orchestrated what you see here today. Whether it's coming, whether it's challenged, we face it and we solve it. So I want to thank each one of Ignite the Spark team to being part of that. So. Not less important, even most important in those days as well, those that are behind the scene, the partners, the supporters that make everything happen. We truly appreciate you continue supporting us in those challenging times, our ecosystem, the community, having the opportunity to have more than 30 partners today. This is something we are not taking for granted. So thank you again for being part of this journey. So as mentioned, we're not forgetting, and we keep appreciate all the support of our soldiers and the army that keep us continue our work today and having this opportunity. And we're still waiting for 58 hostages to come back home, and we keep waiting until each one of them will come back here. I know in Israel we're having a hard transition, and we hear a lot of hard news from time to time. But it's important to remember that we're having the moment and we're looking forward to the future. And I want to just use the last opportunity to thank each one of you from our ecosystem, keeping our community and the ecosystem unite and together. So thank you for being part, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sean, and again, thank you to the team, and again, thank you to the whole ecosystem for being here today. It really means a lot that you all joined us here today. Let me get out of the way to the screen just so you could see what's happening today. We had a full morning. We just ate lunch, and now is really kind of the meat that we're going to be going into. We're going to have a little fireside chat, we're going to go into some panels, and we're going to continue through all the day, all the way up until our All-Stars, our premier All-Stars, our top 10, come and take the stage. They'll be pitching. We have a couple of prizes that we're going to announce as well that we're always excited about. And as we talk about the agenda, the thanks really has to come from our hosts for the past 3 years, and they've done a tremendous job. And so with that, and also being a strategic partner of Ignite the Spark and a huge advocate of our ecosystem, and specifically someone who says that he's not an energy nerd, but he's always becoming one day by day, I want to introduce Mark Phillips, Head of Project Finance at Herzog Fox and Niemann.
Can you hear me? Yeah, there we go. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure for us to welcome you all here for the 3rd year running. So thank you for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the morning so far, and I'm sure you're looking forward to this afternoon as well. So like Sean said, when I stood here last year, I really didn't imagine that a year later we'd still be waiting for hostages to come home. So I know everyone here will join me in wishing for the swift and safe return of all of the hostages and for our soldiers to come home safely as well. So we're very proud to support Ignite the Spark. It's been instrumental in nurturing some of Israel's most promising energy startups, and this year's participants in the All-Stars competition are some of the most interesting we've seen so far. We've seen energy efficiency, sustainable fuel, hydrogen, carbon mitigation, storage, and others. And like Cody said, I actually only know what some of those are, so I'm looking forward to finding out. Now, I was at an infrastructure conference in Athens last week, and one of the recurring themes that was talked about a lot was energy challenges being faced by countries all around the world. You've got changes to the climate, you've got population increase, you've got increase in demand for energy. Those are issues that countries all over the world are facing, not just here in Israel. And I think that the new and improved technologies that can be promoted will play an increasingly important role in addressing the challenges. And it's really the people like you, the entrepreneurs, the investors, and all of the people around them who can make those technologies commercially viable. Now, at the end of the day, we're just lawyers in Israel, and we don't always get a chance to make a direct contribution to solving a global problem. In fact, if you ask many people, they'll tell you that lawyers are themselves a global problem, which needs a different solution, but that's not for this conference. But together with my colleagues today, Orly, who's over here, we want to use our knowledge, our experience, and our connections in the energy and the startup ecosystems to really help the companies that are here and the investors to achieve their goals. So I'm not going to waste everyone's time talking about that, but if you want to chat and want to hear what we can offer to help, then come find Orly or myself afterwards. So finding solutions to the energy challenges is a really big task, and I think if there's one place that knows how to meet those challenges, it's this room and this country. And of course, we have to keep things in perspective. Successful innovation doesn't always come with a eureka moment, a lightning bolt, a light bulb. Sometimes it's coffee breaks, it's random chats in the hall over sushi and noodles, and that can be as effective as other things. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with a question. No Googling, I'm telling you now. What have the following got in common? Teflon, Viagra, SMS, saccharin, superglue, microwave ovens, and the pacemaker. Without Googling, if anyone has a suggestion, you can shout it out. If not, I'm not going to tell you the answer. But I will tell you this, that knowing the answer to it gives me a little bit more comfort about finding solutions to the challenges that I think we all face in the energy sector. So I will wrap up now. I hope we all get something useful out of today's agenda, and I really urge you to exploit all of the opportunities that you have in this room to meet your common goals. Thank you for coming, and really have a good day.
Thank you so much, Mark, and again, thank you for always being a great host. And with that, there needs to always be a foundational level on supporting the ecosystem. And so this is also a great partner that's backing this event and backing in projects that are happening throughout the year with Ignite the Spark. And so I want to keep it brief because this person deserves definitely the stage. I want to introduce Sharon Atzor, Deputy Director, General Planning, Policy, and Strategy at the Ministry of Energy. There we go.
I'll be very short. Dear guests, colleagues, and partners, it's a great pleasure to welcome you all to Israel for this exciting event. On behalf of the Ministry of Energy, I want to thank Ignite the Spark for bringing together such a diverse and dynamic group of energy experts, startups, and innovators. We are proud to support conferences that highlight innovation, collaboration, and also global impact. Innovation is essential for building strong and sustainable energy system as the world faces big changes like the need for clean energy, energy security, and smarter technology. Our successes depends on how well we can adapt and innovate. This is why we at the Ministry of Energy put technology and international cooperation at the center of our work. Israel's strong startups ecosystem is helping shape the future of energy. Israeli companies and development creating solutions with real impact both locally and globally. Governments has a role in this ecosystem in supporting B2B or G2B initiative. In another word, in supporting you. the innovators in this room and those watching us online, or those who are busy right now making pitch and signing deals. The ministry is and will continue helping connect Israeli innovation with international opportunities and investments. We are especially focusing on global partnership, whether through direct government cooperation, joint research, or agreements like Bird Energy. Collaboration with countries like the US, Germany, and members of the EU are helping bring in advanced solutions to market faster. Looking ahead, we aim to grow those partnerships and share Israel innovation in energy, water, and beyond. By working together, we can meet global changes and build a cleaner, more secure future. Thank you for your partnership. Wishing you a productive and inspiring conference. Thank you. ויאללה הפועל.
Thank you, Sharon. Yeah. So, as it's been talked about by Mark, by Sean, these are obviously times that have been challenging. We all know that today is the 607th day. Earlier today, we did look towards kind of the future and what can happen in the communities in the South that have been affected by October 7th. And of course, we can't ignore the situation, and unfortunately, we've had to come to accept this as a new normal. In the aspect of community, right, and why we gather as a community, I want to be able to invite up Ruby Chen, who is a beloved member of our community, and talk about his son Itai Chen and how we can, as a community, help achieve the dream of seeing your son again.
Yeah, so I got invited, I guess, from knowing Eshel and the team for a long time in a previous universe. I have been a CVC for about 20 years, and my current position is CVC of Zim shipping company, also cares about clean energy. So have been part of this community for a while. Thank you for inviting me. Those that do not know me, my life changed on October 7th. My kid, Itai, who's the middle kid, sandwich, of 3 boys that I have, was in the IDF, Tanks Division, was on the border of Gaza with a squad of 4 team members protecting. And they did what they were supposed to do, and then some more. They killed a lot of bad people. They fought for a couple of hours, but at the end, the cavalry, so to speak, never showed up. And he was taken along with 251 others. And it's a difficult adjective to use, but the fight that he had ended on that morning, but then a new fight started. And that was a fight. And for the love of God, why it doesn't need to be a fight, to bring back those 251 hostages. And the families were, of course, in shock. The government, the state, was missing in action, and the families created a NGO that I always am obliged to say is non-political. We don't care about politics. We only care about getting our loved ones back. And that is the fight that we've been doing for over 600 days. And yeah, life goes on, but our life got stuck. And we've been beamed up to a different universe. As some of you might know, I'm a US citizen. Itai is also a German citizen, so that means that we get to fly a lot. It's hard to influence. But the problem is that here, this government, amongst its goals of this war that has been going on for 600 days, there's the dismantling of Hamas, there's making sure that this doesn't happen again, and there's getting the hostages, the last hostage out, with an emphasis on the last hostage. And it's unfortunate to say, but the government is not prioritizing this case, because if it would, then we would be someplace else. I'm not going to go into detail more, but I would like you guys to maybe take a minute, and I would appreciate maybe that we could all stand together and just remember the fact that there are 58 hostages. And maybe the people outside could be quiet for like 1 minute. That would be nice. And I'd like to just remember, before us silenced 4 other IDF soldiers that were killed to make this event happen, that have been protecting us for over 600 days. So Alon Farkash, Omer Valgelder, Ofek Ba'arana, Lior Steinberg, that lost their lives protecting all of us. So take a moment and let's remember them and the other 58 hostages that need to come back, when there's no distinction between living and deceased. Thank you. I'd like to challenge each and every one of you, hopefully in that minute that you took, and ask yourselves, what could you do? What can you do to helping back those 58 hostages and have a better future for ourselves here as a community, as the people living here in this country? And for example, just put up here, tomorrow we have our weekly demonstration in Netanya. There's the weekly one happening every Saturday evening in Tel Aviv. There's different ways that each and every one of us can influence inside of his organizations and as an individual. So I ask you, think hard, give it some thought, and come with some ideas of what you could do to make those 58 hostages come back and have a better future for all of us. Thank you.